Dear Diary, we're just some sentimental girlies reliving the moment that made us. You're listening to The Bloom Diaries.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Bloom Diaries podcast. We have three very special guests with us today. I'm your host Emily,
I'm your host, Rose.
and yeah, we'll start here. You pass the mic.
Hello, I'm Stacy. Hello, I'm Melody.
Hello, I'm Melissa.
These are my bridesmaids, and you guys know that Rose is obviously my maid of honor, but we're just gonna do like a little chit chat kind of podcast today.
So where are we at right now? What was the plan like yesterday and today?
Yesterday, you guys came really late. And then that's where Melissa and I, we just kind of ate lunch and kind of chilled and watched K-dramas. And then today we were gonna go eat brunch, but then it started raining. And then we came back, and then they went to go get food. And then I went out there with tofu, and it's sunny right now.
Yeah. The weather is just playing with our feelings, honestly. Like, we were expecting it to be sunny like at around noon time. But yeah, it's okay. It brought us together, and like we had fun brunch, at Melissa's place.
How do you guys feel like being my bridesmaid? And what made you say yes? So you guys each have to answer that.
Put them on the spot.
Well, whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. I don't want to cry.
I cried already.
We got video.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've always knew that Emily was gonna get married.
Take a sip of the drink. Get
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
You could fix your makeup. You got plenty of time.
I'm gonna cry too.
I'm just happy that she's finally getting something that she's always wanted. And to be a part of it.
Go get the box of tissues. Just bring the whole box.
I did.
Thanks. But to be a part of it was like an honor, and kind of just like I'm like really glad to just be there for her. So of course I would say yes.
I'm not gonna cry because I'm on my second drink, so I'm more relaxed.
But let me take
some. Let's see. I know how much this party means to you, and I know that under the circumstances when y'all got married through the city, it was a whole different thing. First of all, how can you say no to Emily? If we all know Emily, it is very difficult to say no to her, unless it's for her own good, which is normally when she over-orders food, which is we'll all step in and say no. But when it comes to your wedding, of course we would say yes. I know personally how much this means to you, and of course it was a no-brainer to say yes to you, and it's definitely an honor that we can help you in this big day that we know in these economic times it's tough, but it is very beautiful that you guys are pushing through, and hopefully that you guys get the day that you guys envision, and just being there for both of you is definitely something that it already means a lot to me, and I can probably hope that for all of us that it already means a lot to us that we can be part of your day.
Hey, I cannot beat that.
For us.
Oh,
It's
shit.
the drink. It's the drink.
Okay, well said. Dang. Okay. Whoa, that was good. That was good. Like these two said.
Okay.
No, but honestly, like Melody said, like this is something that you have always, talked about with us, and to see it happen. Sorry, I'm gonna get so emotional. I thought I wasn't gonna cry, y'all. Okay, to see it happen, oh my gosh, like, of course, like, I would totally be, like, so honored when you asked, and I was, like, not expecting it, and, and also because I felt like at one point we did kind of,
didn't really talk, so it was like, oh, but the fact that like you know, came back and asked me, it was like, what, you know, it's a surprise. And, you know, like, obviously I'm going to say yes. And very glad for you and Justin. So I'm excited.
For the maid of honor, your turn.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I hope I don't cry.
Just in case.
But honestly, I'm just very, very happy from the bottom of my heart to Emily and Justin. Okay, it was weird because you know when we were like little kids, we were like play tag and do all that stuff, and then you know as we grow up, we got to see each other be more serious about our lives, if that makes sense. And then just seeing us grow up, like meeting like boy after boy, and then you know just finally seeing how Justin came into your life and made you super happy, it warms up my heart so much. And I love you guys so much. Like I just want the best for both of you, and you taught me like what true friendship really is. Oh my god, I don't want to cry, but thank you. But yeah, like I think after middle school and high school, we kind of like had to drift apart because you had to move out. And then just seeing that we had to go to college because we were like, we're gonna go to the same college, have the same classes, you know. But honestly, I'm really glad that you've met these girls. Like you guys are very amazing and welcoming to her, and so I'm really glad that you have found your rocks somewhere else too, and they're able to be very supportive of you. And yeah, I'm just very glad I met you guys all too. And you know, we are a very, very special group to Emily, and so I just really hope that we can continue on and you know, spread a lot of joy together, plan the wedding. I feel like it might be a little bit stressful, but you know, we got each other's backs. But yeah, that's why I wanted to say yes to being maid of honor. I feel like it's a very special moment to me, very sentimental. My first, like especially my first time, and so I'm very excited. But thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what else to say other than like trying not to cry, but thank you. Those words mean a lot. They do. But on to the next question. What are you guys most excited about the wedding?
I feel like I can't really name one thing. I feel like the whole thing is my favorite part of it. You know, just from us preparing for it, for you walking down, but you walking down the aisle. It's just everything, every little thing that goes to the wedding. I feel like all of those are my favorite spot or the favorite position.
To relax. She has to relax.
My favorite part of every little thing that goes up to the wedding is, I feel like, my favorite. It's just because it's us creating memories with you, you know, with you on this special event, a moment for you and Justin. And like, I feel like, you know, this is going to be the one time in a life, you know, so it's like special.
I think for me, as it has been difficult for you to decide whether you were going to make this party or not, and seeing that you did have differences with your mom of how you were going to move forward with the celebration, and knowing that, okay, like, you know, things are getting set forward, things are moving, and kind of going through the details of also, like, I guess for me, it's just envisioning, like, also seeing them, like, get that moment as well, because I'm pretty sure it's going to mean a lot to them, too, like, seeing you walk down the aisle, as much as it is for us. It's such a big milestone. I don't know. I just think overall, I'm just more excited just for you to fully be able to enjoy it. And I feel like as much as, you know, we're all here to help you out, I think at the end of the day, like, if you get to enjoy your day, that's all that matters. Like, I think for me, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what can happen that day. We can figure it out amongst ourselves. And, you know, for you to just fully enjoy it and have no chaos is like our main goal, to be there for you and just see everybody enjoy themselves as well.
Dang, so good.
Yeah,
same.
You can't go after me. Go first and
It's the
second.
magic
Okay.
here.
Melissa's gonna be last.
Girl.
She's too good.
Let's see. Very similar. Same. I think again, just being able to see you walk down the aisle is probably what I'm looking forward to the most. Like seeing you in your whole dress that you've been talking to us about, like having it all like planned out and just like seeing you like actually just like walk down the aisle and then having like Justin walk down the aisle too and just like having it all happen and then like having like your little officiant there. Like I think that's what I look forward to the most. Just seeing you tie it all together.
Honestly, same. I feel like it's such a very special moment, you know, tying the two families together, and just seeing everyone like being all merry and happy, celebrating each other and having fun. So I'm looking forward to everything.
What do you guys think my dress will look like? Because I know I talk about it a lot. And I think I've talked about it a lot in a lot of like my short form videos on social media. So, yeah. What do you guys think?
I think it might be very similar to when you went dress shopping with Melissa and where you wore the pearls. That was gorgeous. I think it's going to be something similar to that, but then maybe you added like pearls to the corset, but I don't know.
I was told I have to go last.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, definitely something like that. And I could just see you in like a flowy dress. I feel like that's so you. I think I remember we were talking about it. You like something like very like elegant, very like I don't know, just flowy and just, you know, very nice. Yeah. Yeah.
I did go dress shopping with you a while ago. So I do have a little bit of an envision of probably what you finally selected. And I know that you have talked about it. And I believe I can envision a flowy but ball gownish vibe because I know that that's what you were going for when you went dress shopping. But when you did put on that, the beaded dress, that I honestly fell in love with you when you put that on. I wanted to cry at that moment, but I couldn't. I think that the dress that you probably selected has some type of special and unique touch that you added onto, which I think is just going to be like the whole envision of you, like just seeing it all put together. So I think it's probably like a little bit of everything that I've seen you try and what you've talked about. And I don't know, I have this vision in my head. We'll see the day of if it is like that. But yeah, that's basically what I envision.
So Rose actually saw a bit of my top, but she didn't see the final version though. So right now it is done, but she hasn't seen it since. She saw it like, was it earlier this year? Yeah. So yeah, it was just a couple months ago, but it wasn't finished yet. So she did get a glimpse of it.
Are you and Justin going to have a first look like before you guys walk down the aisle?
No. That's one tradition that I'm not having. He will see me once I'm down the aisle. He's not gonna see me.
Like that's so much more meaningful too.
Yeah, because I know him. Like he's very shy. Like he doesn't look like it, but he's very shy. He doesn't show his emotions. So I feel like if we do the first look, he'll be like, wow, and stuff like that. But once we walk down the aisle, she's like, I saw her like 2 minutes ago. So, but like, she still looks pretty and all that. But like, it won't be like exciting like the first time he, you know. So yeah, I'm not doing first look. And it's just something that I never really liked anyways. Is there anything else you guys want to say? Rose?
I just know I need to get on what Melissa's having because your words just flow out of your mouth.
You haven't seen my skirt, huh?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen the whole thing put together. and your hair done and your makeup done like that.
What do you think it'll look like?
Okay, so
Besides
I've
seeing
seen
the
the
top.
top, but I'm not gonna spill that. And then the bottom, I think it's like flowy, like a cream color, because you're not really into like full on white. And then kind of ball gownish, silk, either silky or like a little bit like thick material. Yeah, not too thin. But I think it would pair really well with the top, and the top looks beautiful. But I can't wait to see the whole thing put together. I think it's just gonna be like like a princess vibe.
Okay, so what's one wedding tradition that you don't want to happen at your wedding? When it's like your wedding, what's one tradition you will not have?
Maybe not like a wedding, like maybe like a bachelorette. Like I don't think I would want to have a bachelorette. I think I would want to pair, like it would be me and my future husband's like parties together. So we all have a trip together. So we get to meet each other's friends. Mhm.
Stacey, you want to go?
Well, I don't know much about like
Wedding tradition.
wedding traditions, but definitely like Melody said for my bachelorette, I would prefer having me and my fiance or my future husband us do like the bachelorette and bachelor together though as a pair instead of doing it separately. And so then at least the bridesmaid and the groomsmen could also get to know each other and be comfortable and not be kind of, awkward when the time comes. Yeah.
Why is it that you guys want it together instead of like separately? Is there a reason why, or is it just because you guys want to do it together?
Personally, I don't really have too many girlfriends. Or like I have girlfriends, but not like close girlfriends. I mean, besides like you guys. But like I don't think the person who I want to get married to has like too many close guy friends too. So it'd probably be hard to like match the same number and to have everyone there. So it might as well just be like, oh yeah, pick your closest friends and I pick my closest friends and we all get together and then maybe we can invite like a couple other friends that we want there too. But these are the main ones and everyone else is just there. Yeah.
For me, I feel like financially like it'll be a lot safer for us just because like knowing me and my man's like us having to do two weddings, I feel like it's already a lot. So I feel like with us doing it together we'll just not spend as much doing separately than doing it together. And as much as I would like it to be separate too, but I'm like I'm down for it to be together if to save more money. So yeah, I like that.
Pass the mic to Melissa.
All right.
What's one wedding tradition?
As y'all can see, I'm not Asian and I'm not Hmong. So I have completely different traditions. I am Mexican and my partner is Korean. So that's also something new that I have to consider. When it comes to like the bachelor and bachelorette party, I would want it together because I feel like my family is very big. On my dad's side, there's 12 siblings. On my mom's side, there's 5. That's only their siblings, and we still have to count all the cousins and everything. So it's a really big party just in family itself. And I feel like when it comes to the actual wedding, I won't have that one-on-one with my friends the way I would if I did a bachelor party together. And I feel like it'd kind of be like a mini celebration and like thanks to them, like, like a lot of you guys are my anchors when it comes to my relationship. Emily, as you know, my relationship has not been always the smoothest. It has been very rocky in the beginning, but I feel like I have been fortunate enough to lean on my friends for help. And because the day of the wedding, I feel like it'd be so chaotic and there's just so much going on. I wouldn't really have time to really celebrate one-on-one with my friends, which is why I'd kind of lean more towards us doing it together. If my friends want to do something on the side, like just the girls, that's cool too. But I do feel like I would like that celebration together just because of that reason of like kind of wanting to give them the thank you and the focus of like, everybody all together. And also so everybody can feel more comfortable too. Like when they see each other at the party, they're already like, oh, like, hey, you're this and so, stuff like that. So that would be really cool. And when it comes to traditions, I am Catholic and I am Mexican, so there is a lot of traditions. I'm not sure if I would remove anything. I think in part of wanting to make my elders happy. So I think I would just keep it just to see them happy. I feel like it's something more of like for me to them. And as well as the Korean traditions as well, like wearing the hanbok and stuff like that. And just doing any other little traditions that they might have. I think I would just keep it just, I feel like it's the least I can do of like thank you for like welcoming into your family and vice versa. So I would keep it as long as, it's still good and stuff like that. But I would definitely still keep it, just like I said, a thank you from me to them.
I don't really go to weddings. It's very rare for me. And if I do, it's not like, your modern wedding. It's more like the Hmong weddings. And for me, I personally want like an American one or something like a mixture of both. That's something that I would want to change. Another thing is I feel like in our culture, it's respectful to invite literally everyone and people you don't even know. And so I don't agree with that because, I don't feel like I want to feed every single person that and you're going to be spending so much money on your wedding. And so I feel like even the family members or relatives who are more like problematic when they're drunk or like they just cause a commotion and you're like, no, I don't want that for my wedding. I don't want them to ruin anything. And so I believe I'll probably just do like an invite only kind of this situation, or if like they want to bring a plus one, I will have to be okay with that. And then yeah, just I don't really have a plan because I feel like I'm not looking to settle down anytime soon. But yeah, that's something that I would like to consider.
Yeah, my mom wants me to invite people that I don't know to my wedding, and it's such a stressful thing, like being forced to invite people that you literally don't know or haven't talked to in so long. Like maybe you guys were cousins, you guys met when you guys were babies, but you haven't seen them ever since then.
I definitely think that I have already told my parents, like, if they have not met my partner, they're not even getting the invite. As much as maybe, like, they were a big part of my life younger, but, like, it is also my partner's day. So it's like, it's not just me inviting the whole village. If the village doesn't know him, like, like, so what are you here to celebrate? Like, you barely know me. You haven't seen me in ages. So why are you really here? Not, I mean, everybody thinks different, but I think that's just my personal thought. And in this economy, we ain't got that kind of money. So if you don't know us, you ain't gonna get, the celebration and all of that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I also had another thing. So in the Hmong culture, dowries are a really big thing. I would not want my future husband to pay a dowry for me. I think that's unnecessary, and like there's no need to pay my family like $13,000 just to take me. Especially if he's not Hmong. So
I definitely agree with that because my parents they're not pushing it, but they've talked about it to Justin. And Justin has told me his side, which I'm not going to explain it on camera just to respect his privacy. But I definitely do agree. I think dowries I don't think it's, like, nobody does it in this day. Like, some still do, but especially in this economy, nobody has like $6,000 to $10,000, and I don't
Just like laying around.
yeah, and I just don't like the idea of like paying a dowry so I can get your daughter. It's like I'm not for sale.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I'm not part of the Hmong
Yes.
So as I'm not part of the Hmong community, my question is part of the dowry also like, I guess in a way, them asking for your parents, like for your hand in marriage, but in inclusion, it's also like, but here's the money like of the dowry, or how does that work? Because I don't know how that works. I'm like clueless about that part.
It's pretty much of like what you just said.
Okay.
Paying respects to the family, letting them know that, oh hey, it's not like purchasing the daughter. It's more like I'll take care of her. It's just to show signs of respect and ownership of your actions. Like just taking ownership and accountability. But I feel like in this modern dating age, it's like, we're changing all the time, and we don't really need to stick to traditions unless necessary. But I personally, I feel like if you love my daughter, or if I am loved by someone, I wouldn't want them paying my family for for that specific reason.
There is one thing, I don't know if other cultures do this, but for Mexicans, they have like a dance where like the bride is dancing and they'll like start like pinning money to her like veil.
Oh,
And I personally wouldn't do it because it's my veil. I want to keep my veil all pretty. And like some people, because it's like some people are drunk or whatever. I mean, I feel like I don't want them to rip it. Like I would want to preserve it. So I feel like that would be my I don't know if I want to do that one. But I was like, yeah, no, sorry. Y'all can put the money in the cash box or Venmo, Zelle, whatever you want. But I don't know if I would do that one because again, like I would want to preserve it, and people are drinking, people are having fun, or sometimes yeah. So I don't want them to rip it because they're putting money on it or whatever. So yeah, that'd be something I would not do.
What do you guys think about? Is it the garter? Toss? All their reactions.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything, so I was like,
No, well, because I'm a little shy when it comes to that. I feel like you guys said, like I feel like when I do see it in weddings, I do get a little shy just because I feel like that's just a little too much. Like just having to go under the dress and everything. I feel like I don't know. I don't think I would be down for that. Like, yeah, I'll be too shy for that. Like, I don't think I would want my family and his family to see that. I feel like that's something should be in the room, type of thing.
I was just gonna say that I'm very old school in the fact of like my boyfriend and I peck on New Year's day celebration to be like Happy New Year's in front of my family. So like we're like, okay, it's a little peck right now, but later we can do our actual New Year's Eve kiss. But like when it comes to being around my elders, I am very old school in that aspect. I don't get drunk in front of my elders and little things like that I just don't do. So I'm like, to me, that's a little too much. To each their own, but that's to me, yeah. I'll be like, can we do that in private? I would not want that.
we are definitely not having that at our wedding. Definitely not. That's why Justin is like doing his own little bouquet toss, because I think that's their version of a bouquet toss is the garter toss. Or I think that's their version, and I'm like, I don't want that, but I still want him to have like his little game, so I'll just make a little small bouquet for him to throw. I think that's a lot more. Walking down the aisle. Because here's the thing, I would like it if my parents could walk me down the aisle, but at the same time, because I like to have like this independent mind, because if you guys didn't know, when we got married in court, I did not want to change my last name. I kept my last name because I feel like, I mean, I could add it as like a middle name or like in front of like my last name. But I've always knew that I didn't want to change my last name at all. But because I have like that mindset, I don't like the idea of like my father or my dad passing me to, or like giving me away, or like that kind of idea to my husband. I know it's like very traditional and very emotional moment, but I am debating on whether to walk down the aisle by myself because we're already married, like by court and stuff, but I don't know if I want my parents to walk me down the aisle. I also kind of want them to have their own moment because they've never had a wedding like this before. And so I want them to walk down the aisle by themselves, like together. But I don't know yet. But what do you guys think? Because I know there's a lot of people that think this way. Like they want to walk down the aisle, and then there's some people like they would like to walk down the aisle with their dad or both of their parents. What do you guys?
I agree. I probably wouldn't walk down the aisle with my dad too, but that's just because I don't have a good relationship with my dad. So I feel like it wouldn't be like he's giving me away if like he wasn't really there anyways. So like I think I would prefer him to walk with my mom because I feel like they need to do more things together. So like walking down the aisle will probably make them like have their little spark again or something like that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm the total opposite. I think I would prefer my dad to walk me down the aisle. Well, actually, I think I will love it for both my parents, so my mom and my dad, to walk me down the aisle. Just because like I feel like even though me walking down the aisle will be my big moment, but also it'll be a big moment for my parents too. Just because they're the one who raised me, and I have a good relationship with both of them. So like I want them to, really, I don't know, like have them send me off with good vibes, in the Hmong community, like I don't know, because different beliefs, but so my family were really traditional, where believe in shaman. So once the girl moves out or get married, they become their own beliefs, and they don't stay in the family no more. So especially with me, you know my man is not Hmong, he's Filipino and he's Catholic. So definitely I feel like with them walking me down the aisle and like preparing to say bye to me, and giving me to my man, I feel like that would be like very special to me. I'm don't think of it as in like, oh, like take her, like we don't want her no more. It's kind of like, you know we have taken care of her since then, now, and the rest is my man's problem. But yeah.
For me, I used to think the way you do, Emily. I would want to walk down by myself. But I feel like as time goes, I have put myself a lot in my parents' shoes. And I've just been learning a lot more of, stuff that they have gone through as a couple and as parents, like stuff that I never noticed when I was younger, obviously, because when we're younger, the world just revolves around ourselves. So I also agree that I don't think it's a here I'm giving her away. I think it's more, I'm fortunate that I have a really good relationship right now with both of my parents, and they both have been super involved in my relationship in the aspect of like we have dinner once a week, even though I have moved out, and they always are including my partner, and like he's always there, and it's something that I feel like it's really beautiful to see like their relationship with him as well. So I think it's more of like I want both of them to walk me down the aisle, hopefully that they're both around for that, but I think it's more of a moment between us four instead of like just them with him. I do see it more of like it's a moment that like just envisioning like all the dinners that we've had in the past, all like we've gone on road trips, like just us four and stuff like that, and we enjoy our time together. I think it's just more of like a moment of just us four, and also just I know that it would mean so much to my mom, like so I think it's like a little bit of both, but I have seen myself like change in my mindset of like at first I was like, no, I want to just walk by myself and stuff like that. But as much as we are independent, whether we get along with our village or not, they are part of it. So I do think, like, especially when you're on good terms, you know, like I know Melody said that she has a different relationship with her parents, but I do think like when you are finding yourself in that fortunate spot, you know, like not everybody gets that even though if they wanted it. So I think that that's where my mindset goes. I have a lot of family members that they unfortunately don't have their dad or mom. So I guess I'm just trying my best to really be like, okay, well, they are here. We're in a good spot, you know, why not? Like, it doesn't take that much. So that's what I would think.
Yeah, like I agree with that, what you said, Melissa. I think it's a very special moment, like a once in a lifetime kind of deal. And even if I don't agree with like the dowry and stuff like that, I do have a really good relationship with my parents, and I want to make sure, you know, because it's their first time living too, and it's not like they're giving me away to just send me off. It's more of like they are a special part of my life, and they watched me grow and evolve into the person that I am in the present. And just having them see me off to go on to my next journey in life. And so I do want both of them to walk me down the aisle if I do get married one day. But like, yeah, I just think it's very sentimental, and I will cherish that moment.
Thank you for all your inputs.
So this goes back to the question number one that you asked us. So what made you decide to choose us as your bridesmaid and your maid of honor?
Oh,
Good question.
Get this one ready. Okay. Give her a new one.
Tears are welling up already.
She got some already. Why'd you gotta do that?
It's a good way to end off.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna end off the podcast with this. Well, okay, I'll keep it simple. Because I don't want to cry. But Rose, my maid of honor, because she's been my friend since 5th grade. So it's like the longest friendship I've ever had. Melissa. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't think I've told anybody this, but throughout college, I was on probation because I was doing really, really bad at school. And I didn't feel comfortable telling anybody, including my parents, so I reached out to her. And she really helped me throughout college when it was, I think, at my lowest point. I think, I forgot what year. I think it was sophomore year. I feel like I didn't know what I was doing. I was like hanging out with friends. I was going out a lot. I didn't really attend class that much. I don't know what was going on with me. I didn't really tell anybody. And then once I got that probation notice, I'm like, shoot, like the school's gonna kick me out. So I didn't know what to do. And since Melissa, you were a third year, right? And she was working at that one office. I feel like she had like a lot of experience of like knowing how to navigate students, and so I was just really glad that I had a friend like her to be able to like reach out to. She really helped me out at my lowest point. So
that's why I chose her as one of my bridesmaids. She's been through my lowest point and toughest time in school. And then I feel like I can summarize you two together because we hung out a lot with each other, and we were like literally in the same friend group, including Melissa. But of course, after she graduated, it was just us. So like yeah, they've just been with me, and I've also been with them a lot throughout school, and I'm gonna cry again. Stacy was like my first friend in college. Cause we both didn't have friends. Both were low. So yeah, I'm glad that we clicked, and we got along really well, and then we met Melody and Melissa along the way. But yeah, Stacy, we were like besties. Like even to this day, although we don't really talk to each other as much as before, but I just know that every time we meet, it just goes back to where we finished off. Like nothing happened, you know? Yeah. And so, and she's also, I don't know, she's just a really great person. Like we would, like I would go over to her house and hang out and just chill before my next class. No, so yeah. And then Melody, she's like my little sister. I take care of her a lot, and I'm always so worried about her. She's been through with me whenever I had really tough times with my relationship. So I would go to her place and cry to her. So yeah, and she's also cried to me, and so she's also a really good person, and I'm glad that she's with Andrew. She deserves a great man.
I'm gonna watch this. You're gonna be so happy. You go through a lot in your relationships, so we're all very happy.
She really did, Andrew. She went through so much. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining our podcast. We'll see you guys in our next one. Okay, bye.
Bye.